Hi everyone. So today I wanted to talk to you about stress and OCD and how OCD and stress affect your body, how they affect your mind, and what you can do to kind of make yourself feel better while you're going through the recovery. So stress affects your body the same way no matter where it comes from. It could be stress from OCD, it could be stress from too much caffeine, it could be stress from too much working, too much problems in family life. It could be any of those things, but your body still has to react the same way by producing high amounts of cortisol, other stress hormones, changing your neurotransmitters, and all of this other stuff. So if you are having a lot of OCD problems, and obviously you can't get over OCD in one day, it's a process. But what you can do while you're getting over it is lower the stress in all of your other areas of life. So try to lower this. You don't have, I know you have to have a job. I know you have to, perform, right? But you don't have to do it to a degree that you're probably doing it now. So say if somebody adds an extra 10% onto your already busy workload, you don't have to take that. So, but say if you lower it by 10%. So you can do good at your job, but don't do, above and beyond kind of idea. Same thing with dealing with negative people in your life. If you're having, say for example, complicated family situations, a lot of the time it's because of the other person, but it's also because you're reacting. So if they're picking a fight with you, it's still up to you whether you accept the fight, so to speak, and go for it, or you can just, kind of agree to disagree and diffuse the situation. But because you're diffusing the situation, your emotional response of anger and therefore stress won't happen. It's something that, a fight could last hours or it could last 5 minutes, because it's one of those things where, think of it like where there's a child's game where they spin the rope and then the person jumps through it, right? So both people have to be spinning that rope for it to work. So if you're fighting with somebody, if you're not responding, they're just going to go away. They're not going to deal. What are they can't just keep yelling at you, right? So eventually they'll stop and walk away. But if you keep engaging them, it's just going to get worse. So, you don't have to change other people if you have complicated family situations that are stressing you out. You just have to change yourself and how you're viewing that family situation. So just pull back and, and you can even say that to them, that I'm trying to reduce my stress. I'm not dealing with you. You can think what you want to think. You can say what you want to say. I'm not responding. And that's it. So you're cutting it off right there. And for the caffeine, obviously, I've already talked about it in like almost all of my videos, that you just need to cut it out. So you can cut it out in one day. You can cut it out in a week or a month. But you don't need any extra stress, because the stress hormones get produced in the adrenal glands for the most part. And if you keep loading them and loading them and loading them with demand for stress, the adrenals just can't keep up with the demand that you're making on them. And then what happens is your adrenals get depleted, then you start to lose energy. If you feel tired just waking up, you have adrenal problems. Honestly, look into adrenal fatigue. It's really, really important, and a lot of people are they're saying now that 90% of the people suffering with some form of adrenal fatigue now, just because of the stress that we're under. Just generally, this is not specifically to people with OCD. Generally, most people have it, but people with OCD who have an additional stress of OCD, it gets even worse. So you definitely want to look into it, and you definitely want to start to calm down your life, because I do say that with OCD, it's good to keep busy, but there is a fine line between keeping busy, so you don't have too much time to think and kind of dwell and start to analyze these OCD situations. But at the same time, you want to pull back enough for your body to recover, because OCD it's not just about feelings and like trying to get over the thoughts. There are also physical processes in the body that are taking place. So you want to fix both in order to recover. Do you have to fix both? for me personally, I did not fix both when I recovered. You know, so I only fixed the OCD. I didn't fix the adrenal issue. I'm actually still working on fixing it. I actually just like recently started to fix it right now. But my adrenal stress was different because I'm just like a workaholic. So it's more, for me, it has to do more with work. It's actually probably 90% work than any really other type of stress. But it's the same thing where you get to the point where you're just tired. You get out of bed and you're already tired, and you still have to, have a full day of things to do. So if you get to that point, you do need to pull back. Google adrenal fatigue. There's tons and tons of information on it, and then you'll be able to see that there is a way to recover. I've been recovering for the last 3 months now, and I got rid of all coffee, and I'm really trying to reduce my workload, and it's been it's been a lot different. It's weird functioning this way because it's a normal way to function, but because we get so worked up into things that it stops being normal, So you do have to pull back and make it happen for yourself, because honestly, if you don't do it for yourself, nobody's going to tell you to work less, Nobody's going to tell you to calm down, because everybody wants you to do more, but it's up to you to say, it's too much, I need to pull back, at least while you're recovering from OCD, because I recovered from OCD without it, but it was very, very difficult. So you can recover the easy way or you can recover the hard way. And now that I know what I know, I can tell you that, I should have done this a long time ago. Probably wouldn't get to the stage where it's in right now if, I've done this years ago. Because you can't keep going and keep working so hard all your life, because eventually your body's just going to give out. So it's a little bit of a long video, but I really wanted to explain this because I think it's important, because especially for people with OCD, I feel like they're very work-driven and they're very good at what they do. So a lot of the time they don't know when to stop, and you do need to stop and slow down. What helps, again, to recover from this thing, from the adrenal fatigue, is meditation, deep breathing exercises, because we're all extremely shallow breathers. If you're looking into the computer screen, you're breathing shallowly. Same thing goes for your phone, for your TV. If you're talking, if you're walking, basically if you're doing any kind of movement, you're breathing not as deep as you should be. And obviously, you're a human being, you need to be, living, right? But originally, we were meant to take breaks and just relax, just take a nap. Not go on the computer and, view useless information on YouTube or Google or whatever it is, right? So it's kind of try to separate where do you need to be looking for things, right? So for example, like just like right now, listening to the OCD video, or, other subjects that you're interested in, or if you're just Googling, what some celebrity did. Right? There's a huge difference there where it's not necessary information, but you are spending your valuable lifetime listening to it or viewing it, right? So kind of separate the two. That was the video. I hope you like it. If you have any questions, please comment below, or you can email me privately at info@youhaveocd.com. Thank you for listening. Subscribe if you have not already, and I'll see you in the next video.